yesterday. In general, self is superimposed on the objects like mind and vital force, prana, and objects are superimposed on the self. But self is not changing. So, non-duality is auspicious. Then the opponent asks, if we do not accept the support for superimposition, if you think it is void, then the answer is the unreal void cannot be the support. To know the void, self-support is necessary. So, the duality is negated through logic. So much he has told. Uh-huh. Where to move? Everybody has to turn on this side. Up and down. Otherwise, just put some shade from tomorrow. Just hang something from. If it is possible. Otherwise, everybody has to move like this. I will be sitting that side and everybody, so others also cannot get the. Everybody is taking sun bath. So let me also take little. You cannot prove the difference of duality. So, what is the result? He says, the happiness and misery, what has been told, they are not there in Atman or non-duality self. So he says, it is auspicious, Advaita Shiva, he says. So, through logic, he has proved that duality is not there, he has negated. He says non-duality is auspicious. He is now giving other reasons. Kutascha Advaita Shiva. 388 last. 388. Kutasya Advaita Shiva. Why is non-duality auspicious? Inauspiciousness occurs there where there is diversity and differences. differences of one object from the other. Nana bhutam, that is the differences. Pruthakatvam anyasya anyasmat yatra dushtam tatra ashivam bhavet. If you see something as different from you, or if you see the diversity, fear will be there and it is inauspicious. That's what he is told. Nana bhutam, it is differences. The diversity, they are all separate diversity. The diversity is the cause for fear. That is anyasya anyasmat. This differs from this like this. They see. And the fear is not there in non-duality. Says there is no fear. We heard two illustrations. One is a Swami, Malayala Swami. That is, he was in forest and when he was going to somewhere, he saw a tiger. Then he thinks, if you are hungry, you can eat me. Or else, you go in your own way. Stays for some time and goes away. And the same thing happened with the case of Swami Vivekananda ji. And our own teacher, Swami Harihar Tirtha ji. Behind our ashram is all forest. Even we have seen many elephants, some different types of small animals. And so Swamiji went for a walk. Some devotees were there with him. And suddenly the other fellow, not this tiger, it is called cheetah, what you call? Leopard. A leopard was coming that side. Devotees were much afraid. So simply the Swamiji told, you all come behind me. And he told, the old Lord Shiva, the devotees are afraid, so you please walk out. That was the words chanted by him. And actually, when these animals, when they are hungry, then only they say Siddhi pray, otherwise. And we had been to South Africa, and the small lions were there, 6. So the small children also play with them, and we also played, we have taken. Only thing is, they don't give them the raw flesh. So they don't know the smell from the beginning. They give the boiled thing. That's why even they become very big. They don't harm, whatever it may be. That is only an illustration here. Fear is not there for a non-dual person. Even I faced it many times while walking in the forest. Elephant. Once I was climbing a mountain, and there is a other path also on the above. So from there one Swami is shouting, "Elephant is coming, run away, run away." Suddenly it has come. So before it's coming, I just saw in the situation and I ran that side and it went away. Whatever it may, but I am afraid. I am not a non-dualistic person. So that fear is not there in non-duality. The superimposed thing, if proved, stays back as support. If we prove the superimposed thing, it is negated and we come to the conclusion of the support, that is, we call the non-dual substance. That also has been told yatha. This 34 is not over, is it? 34 we have to do. Na atma bhavena nanedam na svenapi kathanchana na pruthang na apruthang kinchiditi tattvavido viduhu. This world viewed on the basis of self is not different. Viewed on the basis of the self is not different from the self. Neither does it ever exist independent by itself. World cannot exist independently, nor is anything different from the self or not different from the self. Thus know the knowers of truth. Independent by itself, the worldly things cannot exist. Nor anything is different from the self or not different. They are not different and they are not. The thing is, they are superimposed, and in everything we are having these three qualities. A thing is existing, we are having the knowledge of it, and it is useful to something or other or somebody or else. So, existence, knowledge, bliss or happiness is there in every object. Only the name and forms are changing. So, it is seemingly different, but it is not different. Thus knows the knowers of truth. First, we should have indirect knowledge, aparoksha jnana, paroksha jnana. Then, if we deeply meditate, reflect on that, we can experience it. So, the knowers of truth, they know like this. We should also know. Then only we can reflect on it. The diversity of duality is achieved through logic. So he is asking, Yeah, I think this portion is over. That is independent or not, that is to be discriminated. Hmm. That is to be discriminated. It is not independent. Na atma bhavena na nedam na swapne na api kathanchana. So we have to tell the commentary. Nahi atra advaye paramartha satyatmani प्राणादि संसार जातमिदं जगद आत्मभावेन परमार्थ स्वरूपेण निरूप्यमानं नाना वस्तुअंतरभूतं भवति नहि अत्र अद्वये, that is in the non-duality, paramartha satyatmani, it is real from the absolute point. Pranadi samsara jatamidam jagat, all these vital force and other things, they are superimposed and think they are their own self. Paramartha swarupena nirupyamanam nana vastantarbhutam bhavati, na bhavati. Those which we have superimposed, the prana, etc., the different objects, their existence is not there, it says. Na vastvantar bhutam bhavati. Yatha rajjuswarupena prakashena nirupyamano na nana bhutam kalpita sarpopi asti. The snake, etc., which are superimposed on the rope, they are not there. Napi svena pranadi atmana idam vidyate. The self cannot be formed into the prana, etc. That is, it cannot get transformed into the objects. Kadachidapi rajju sarpavat kalpitatva deva, because all these are superimposed. This phenomenal world, consisting of prana, when examined from the point of view of non-dual and absolutely real self, does not occur to be variegated or different in content. Just as on perception of the rope, in its own form, in the light, various illusions such as a snake do not exist apart from it. So also, when viewed in the light of self, the world has no separate existence, nor does it ever exist in its own nature. Without the support of Brahman or Atman, the world cannot exist by itself, because there is inert thing in the form of prana, since it is imagined like a snake on a rope. The superimposed thing is proved, and it is not there. That's why it says yatha rajju swarupena. In light, or when we bring light, the serpent is negated. So the duality does not exist, not different from the rope. If you see the world as self, then nothing is there different from you. If you see the world as the self, nothing is different from you. Now, na pruthang is he is explaining kadachidapi. Kadadidapi Rajju Sarpavat Kalpitatva Deva. Not does it ever exist in its own nature. The world cannot exist in its own nature. During superimposing, it is imaginary. Only while superimposing, it is imaginary, but not before and after. Before superimposing or before seeing a superimposed object, it is not there. After also it is not there. It is not different. So he says, it is not different from the support. Anyonyam na prathak pranadi vastu. So the vital force, etc., are not different from it, he says. Na anyonyam, na prathak. Unlike the prathak vastu, yatha aswan mahisha prathak vidyate evam. In the relative plane, the horse is different from buffalo. The horse is different from the buffalo. But it is not so with the Atman and the Prana. There, in the relative plane, you cannot make a buffalo into a horse or a horse into a buffalo. A magician may make, that is a different thing. He different. But a magician can make many things, but in the relative plane, because we are talking, such a difference is not there between the Atma and Prana. One is superimposed. When you go to Samadhi or when you are in sleep, you experience only bliss, but not even the presence of prana. This illustration we have already told from Drupta Balaki and Ajata Shatru. Remembering? Drupta Balaki and Ajata Shatru is a king. Drupta Balaki is an adamant person. Drupta is adamant. He says, I will tell you about Brahman. He could not declare, he could not tell. And he will be telling so many things. This vital force is Brahman, that is Brahman, this is Brahman. And he gave so many names to the Brahman. So he says, this is not correct. So the king Ajatasattu took him to a sleeping person. Then he is calling with all the names that he gave to Brahman. And he is not waking up. Then he says, you see, if you say prana is Brahman, prana is there. We can see his chest is coming up and down. Moment we can see prana is there. But prana is not Brahman. He has not woke up. I have called him. Then he moves with him with the hand, shakes him. Then he gets up. Then the king asks the Drupta Balaki where he is sleeping, where from he has come. He could not answer. Then he says he is sleeping in Brahman and is coming from Brahman. So, it is not different like a horse and buffalo, but everything is superimposed. Only by discrimination we can understand that the all other things are superimposed. That's why we see many discriminating persons, they give up everything because of their strong dispassion. If it is real, why should they give up? They give up property, they give up all relatives, they give up money, and they simply go to the forest, meditate and meditate. What for? If they are real. The difference is interdependent, anyonyasya, anyonyam. You cannot prove, difficult to explain. In our previous talk, I have already explained. The difference is an adjective. The pot is different from a cloth, cloth is different from a pot. The quality difference is not staying on the pot or on the cloth. So, and without taking the support of an object, substratum, the quality cannot stay. Like a blue lotus. So this is a quality, the duality is a quality. Where you will keep? On this or on that. In that way, logically, when we know we are having a mind and having intelligence also, with that intelligence, we should discriminate. We should reflect. And we should come to the conclusion that duality is not there. Only one thing is there, that is myself. If you don't utilize your intelligence and if you don't logically confirm the things, then you will be nowhere. By intelligence, by discriminating, you are negating the things. Otherwise, you cannot negate the things. You will get attached, thinking of the things. From the standpoint of difference, it is correct. In the relative plane, a buffalo is different from horse, that we do accept. But with regarding to prana and atman, they are not like that. Na pruthak. Ataha. Duality is not there through logic. If we say the duality is different from Atman, it cannot be proved. For knowers of Brahman, they say there is no duality. Knowers of Brahman, they say there is no duality. Paramartha tattvam atmavido brahmana viduhu, he says. Now coming to the English portion. Similarly, unlike the horse that are different from a buffalo, the things called prana are not different from each other. Therefore, owing to the unreality of the duality, Nothing exists as non-separate from one another or from the Supreme. Nothing exists as non-separate from one another or from the Supreme. Nothing exists. When everything is covered by darkness, everything is there. But when it is covered by darkness, what you are seeing? So when you cover everything with knowledge, with the self-knowledge that is conscious, that was alone, then no duality. There you have covered with darkness. Nothing you can see. In the light, when you cover everything with consciousness, Isha Vasimidagam Sarvam. No duality. Thus, have the knowledge of the self, the Brahmanas realize the supreme reality. Therefore, there is no cause for inauspiciousness. Non-duality alone is auspicious. This is the drift. Duality is fear, that he has already explained. Now he goes to 35. Tadeta samyak darshanam stuyate. The right perception, as stated above, is now being praised, he says. Why everybody cannot experience the non-duality? See, why everybody is not experiencing the non-duality? What is the reason behind? The opponent is asking. The question of the opponent is answered through Karika. Vitaraga bhayakrodhay munibhir vedaparagaihi nirvikalpako hyayam drishtam prapancho upashamo advaya. By the sages who are free from attachment, fear and anger, well versed in Vedas, is realized the self which is beyond all imagination, beyond mind, in which the phenomenal world ceases to exist and which is not dual. What is the first reason he gives? The sages who are free from attachment to anything of the world, including the body, mind and senses. See? Vitaraga bhaya krodhair munibhir vedaparagair. You are having this passion, but you are not having the knowledge of the scriptures. Then how you meditate? Or if somebody asks something, how you explain them? That is necessary, he says. Tadeta samyak darsanam stuyate. Those who are not having attachment, they can have this knowledge of non-duality, but not others. Those who are having attachment. He is explaining the sloka tadeta samyak darsanam stuyate. He says praised, is now being praised. What? Right perception, as started above, is now being praised. Praise helps her the means to attain. think morning we were discussing a story. Huh? Actually, one old person, of course, is a Pandit, having good knowledge. He went to an ashram. And he has become so old, and he is having so many helpers in the house, wife, children, so many. So everything is ready for him. He need not do anything in the house. Even after taking food, he was not washing his dishes. He went to the ashram, and there they told, you have to wash your dishes. It is a great task for him. So he just stayed for some time there, and he came to our ashram. And after food we were saying, oh, your ashram is very good. I told, why? No, we need not wash the dishes after eating. Why? See, I went there, it was so difficult for me, I am not accustomed for this. How to do? Then he told an illustration. He gave an illustration, how difficult it is. Because we are now, the present context is praise. So, a neighbor was there and a Pandit was there. The Pandit, because he does worship and other things, daily he was getting good feast. And the neighbor was a Muslim, but they are very good friends. So every day the Pandit used to come. You see, don't take it literally. This is only an illustration. Let it be there only. So the Pandit daily used to come and tell his friend, oh, today I have taken so many delicious things. That is so good, it is so good. Daily praising. Then the friend asked, see, can you take me to a feast? But so many conditions are there. Just like the Puran Puri conditions, you remember? Huh? So conditions are there. Don't, all right, I will agree for the conditions. So he changes his dress like a Pandit and told you go to the feast. If they ask you, what is your caste? You just simply tell Brahmin. Brahmin. What Brahmin? You simply say Gauda Brahman. Gauda in Himalayas, they call Gauda. Gaudiya Brahmins. Gaudiya Brahman, Gauda Brahman. So, feast was served, and he is having his own samskaras, Muslim. They gave him puri first. So immediately he started breaking them with both the hands. And he kept that. He was caught. So the manager was seeing, oh, this fellow is not a Brahmin. Because Brahmins, they never put the second hand. And they never take anything. Even in Bengal, they don't take water with the left hand. They take everything with the right hand. So the manager saw, feast was over, and afterwards they give some alms, you see, some fruits and something and some dakshina, other thing. They give them gifts. So they were coming in a line those who have taken feast, they should come in a line. Manager was there already. So when he came, he asked, "Who are you?" "Brahmin." "What Brahmin?" "Gauda Brahmin." Then the administrator, the manager asked, "What Gauda?" Differences are there. Allah, he told, Gauda में Gauda होता है. Huh? Oh, there is subdivisions in Gauda. Hey Allah. Bas. So he was beaten like anything. Beaten to the bones, we can say. So he comes back and he meets his friend Pandit. "Have you taken the feast?" He says, "Feast is very good. But the gift giving portion was very hard," he says. Gift taking portion was very hard. Why I told this is the praise. He was not eligible to take a feast, not having the complete sanskaras of a Brahmin, but he wanted to take the feast because. So in the same way, here the scripture also using the same point, praise. Praise helps for the means. So it helps for the means. All the obstacles for the experience of non-duality are taken. Not only raga, fear, anger, and you have to remove that the happiness, the sorrow, other things also. Sukha dukkha samaya kutva labha labho jaya jaya, all these things. So when the attachments are removed, he will be able to realize the oneness. Absence of attachment is the cause of discrimination. That is explained Munibhihi. So, Vitaraga Bhayadvesha Krodha Adi Sarvadoshaihi. You should have detachment and you should not have any fear, no malice, no anger, and again he says, etc. Adi. So with Adi you have to take happiness, sorrow, whatever it may be. Sarvadosaihi sarvada. Now he is giving an adjective sarvada. This is difficult to follow. Not even in any moment you should not encourage these qualities. Attachment, anger, that I am happy, the doership, the enjoyership, and enmity. Never encourage these things. Munibhir mananasiler vivekabhir vedaparagaihi. So, those who contemplate munibhihi and mananasilehi. Here he is giving two words. By those men of discrimination who are ever contemplative, ever sarvada, contemplative, free from all evils such as attachment, fear, hatred, anger and the like, who are well versed in the Vedas, who are the knowers of truth, who have absorbed the spirit of Vedas. He is realized the self which is devoid of all imaginations and in which the phenomenal world ceases to exist. So the word Muni is explained by Manana. Muni means Mananat Munihi. Mananat Munihi. Those who contemplate without any break. Mananat, always. That's why he gave Sarvada. Mananasilai and discriminating persons, those who know about the Shastra, those who know about the Shastra. Avagata Vedartha Tattvaihi. Simply knowing the scriptures and Vedas will not do. They should know the correct meaning. Jnanibhir nirvikalpaha. And avagata, knowing that they experienced because of the discrimination. Sarva vikalpa sunyo ayam atma. There is nothing in the atma. No imagination, no mind. Nothing is there, he says. Vedantartha paraihi prapanchopasamaha.
When he says there is nothing in that, he means no subject and no object.
Here no means is experiencing. That's why always contemplating on it. Huh? No sunya. Sarva vikalpa sunya. Here sunya means nothing is there. That imagination is not there, but not void. Here sunya in the other sense. Which is devoid of all imaginations. For sunya, he has used the word English, devoid of all imagination, and in which phenomenal world ceases to exist. Prapanchopasamaha. Ceases to exist. Prapancha is the phenomena of duality, self in which this phenomenon is absent is called prapanchopasamaha. Therefore, it is non-dual. Again, he says that is why it is non-dual. One should have, again here he says, he should know the meaning, he says, of the Vedas. Every word is having a particular meaning. And we already discussed the words like Atma, Brahma, Paramatma, the consciousness. These, they indicate particular thing, but not in relative meaning they are used. They, Atma, in a relative world we cannot say this is Atma, or Paramatma, or consciousness, or Brahma. So, Lakshitartha, they indicate some particular meaning. So, first he should know what is this Tvam, what is this Tat, by scriptures. He should know the indicated meaning of these words. Then Tat Tvam Asi. This is, he has known the meaning of the words. Then he should meditate on the combined meaning of the particular sentence. Mahavakya. When discrimination is there, he understands the meaning of the words. Indicated meaning, not direct meaning. He gets the knowledge of Mahavakya. To know the indicated meaning of words, it is necessary. Then only you can understand the meaning of the full sentence. This is the cause, the knowing the meaning of particular words. The indicated meaning is the cause to know the meaning of the Mahavakya. Then the full Mahavakya also is indicating something, that only one Brahman is there, you are not different from that. So the Brahman we are not seeing with our eyes. We cannot imagine with mind. Only these two things are there with us. Then how to do? We have already discussed this. When the mind is pure, it just merges in the Atma. So, what all we are doing are the practices not to know what we are, just to remove the obstacles, mala vikshepa, avarana, etc. Then it is self-luminous. Hmm. That scriptures we have already told. It says Vedartha means don't take the complete meaning of the Vedas, only take the meaning of Vedanta. That is scriptures that we have already. Then only he will get the complete knowledge. So to get the complete knowledge, one should do some practices in the beginning. Practices, see, just to remove the obstacles. Sadhana Chitra Sampatti, etc. Viveka Vairagya. Nirvikalpaka, he says. That is, one word has come. Vedartha tattvai jnanibhi nirvikalpaha. Savikalpa sunyo. It is not nirvikalpa, it is not savikalpa. Why? Only the method they told in the scriptures, sadhana chatustaya sampatti, that is discrimination, dispassion, controlling the senses outside and inside, having a strong desire for liberation, all these things should be there. Then only you can experience where there is no worldliness at all. Prapanchopasama. Prapancho dvaita bheda vistara tasya upasamo abhavo yasmin. Sa atma. The sense implied is that by the learned alone who are keen in absorbing the essence of Vedas, the sannyasins who are free from all evils, is the Supreme Self perceived, not by the logicians and others whose minds are despoiled by the evils such as attachment, whose perceptions lay exclusively claims to be infallible. Ah, ah,
Says here, not by logician.
ah,
Means followers of the schools of Nyaya.
ah. Nyaya Vaisheshika. But afterwards he is going to tell Naisa Tarkena Matirapaniya. By logic you cannot get into it. But you should take the logic which supports the scriptures. Srutimatas tarkonusandhiyata. Whatever supports the scriptures, that logic you have to. Otherwise, there is no use of telling this second chapter and third chapter and fourth chapter. Everything is told by scriptures. Vaithatya Prakarana, through logic only he has proved that world is not there, duality is not there. Again now he is going to ask in the third chapter, when everything he have proved. By logic also you have proved. Again why you are going ahead? What is the use of this third chapter? There he says, again taking the support of logic, we wanted to, now in the second chapter, the world is unreal, the duality is unreal. This has been proved. So, after this what? The monism is real. The non-duality is real. That will again we have to prove by logic, supporting the Vedas. That's why we Advaita Prakarana we are taking. So, it is no imagination is there, prapanchopasama, that all imaginations are due to the mind, that everything is subsided there. No savikalpa, no vikalpa, no nirvikalpa. Prapanchopasama, the absence, and here the opponent has asked something, that also it is void, something like that he has asked, that also has been refuted by telling it is the cause and the thing for cause. By telling the cause or the repetition of the cause, the thing for cause. Now he says, the opponent asks, you have told something and again you are repeating here in these particular words, that Vedanta Paragai, Upalabdaha, Sunya Atma, some repetition is there, he says. So he says it is not repetition. First we have told the cause for realization, and the second thing what we are telling is a thing for that cause. Ignorance and the cause for ignorance, something like that. So there is no repetition. Atayeva. Prapancho Dvaita Veda Vistara Tasya Upashamo Abhavo Yasmin Sa Atma. Now here we have to understand something. where there is no world, that is Atman. That is, in Sanskrit, it is called Bahuvrihi Samasa. See, the Samasa means a compound word. Now, in this particular case, you bring a man who saw the ocean. Man is seeing some ocean. Say Dead Sea. We have not seen. So bring a man who has saw the Dead Sea. Relative or adjective compound. Bahuvrihi. So here when you say so, the man will be coming. But the sea will not be coming with him. Bahuvrihi. There is another type of the compound word. You bring a man with a big belly. So the belly also will come, he will also will be coming. Tad guna samvijnana bahuvrihi, atad guna samvijnana bahuvrihi. So that quality will be coming, the quality will not be coming. Two types of bahuvrihi. Now, this prapanchopasama, there is no duality of the world. That is explaining through this compound word. Prapanchopasama atah eva advaya vigata doshairev anai dvaita bheda vistara tasya upasamo abhavo esmin. That is, in whom the duality is not there, sa atma prapanchopasama. Or in which the duality is not there, that is atma. So the duality will not come with him. If you say, in whose duality is not there, that is an adjective. That is Atman. If you say, some portion is negated, the adjective is negated. So, in that way, prapanchopasama, the word is explaining. Here in the translation, who have absorbed the spirit of Vedas, he says, or Vedanta, realize it this self which is devoid of all imaginations. He is not satisfied with that. And in which the phenomenal world ceases to exist. Prapanchopasama. Prapancha is the phenomenal world of duality. The self is which this phenomenon is absent is called prapanchopasama. And therefore it is not dual. One side you are telling it is not dual. How? There is no phenomenal world. So he is negating the phenomenal world and is indicating something through this Bahuvrihi compound word. Atma prapanchopasamo ata eva advaya. That is why it is non-dual. Vigata doshe deva pandite vedanta arthapare sannyasibhihi. Sense implied is that by the learned alone, who are keen in absorbing the essence of the Vedas, the sannyasis, who are free from all evils, is the Supreme Self perceived, not by others. Vikta dosaihi, he has given the word, by showing the actual eligibility for self-experience is closing this particular topic of unreality of the world. Vigata, Vigata dosha. By the logicians and others, Vaisheshika and others, they cannot, or Bauddha, are not eligible to tell, are not eligible to experience this self. First, they don't accept Vedas and they don't eradicate their mind or negate their mind. When you completely purify the mind by negating all impressions, then only you can experience it. But they always going behind the mind and argue, taking the help of the mind. And they are bound by the mind. They never go beyond. And the scripture always is explaining a thing which is beyond mind. Just now we discussed, we can only get the indicated meaning of Atman, Brahman, etc. That's why simply he says, they cannot understand. Now, our teacher has given some other meanings relating to the subject. Vita raga, one word has come. Raga is attachment. So, whenever there is attachment to anything, simply think that he has not realized. He has not realized. Now he is going to tell, even if you are attached to a particular deity and you are going on worshipping, you will not get into non-duality. That's what Prakarana is going to tell. Rago lingaha bodhasya. King Janaka says, even the whole Mithila is in fire, and if it becomes ashes, nothing mine is burning. The same thing has been told in Gita, na sato vidyate bhava, na bhavo vidyate satah. Sata, here sat, the Atman, for that there is no abhava, it is always there. Non-existence will not be there. And a non-existing thing cannot become an object, bhava. Abhava, we have already explained that a pot is not here. The non-existence of pot is here and the existence of pot is somewhere else. When a pot is there, then only you can tell it is existing or non-existing. So he says, for a non-existing thing, there will be no existence. Na asato vidyate bhavaha. There, the son of a barren woman, or the son of the scribe flower, horns of a hair, something he says. But here you see, that cannot come into existence, which is not there. and which is there, that cannot, there can be no non-existence. In that way, in Gita also, Sri Krishna says, the Atman is there always. You cannot tell about its non-existence. You are there. I was there. All the kings were there in the form of Atman. So why do you wail? Same thing he told there also. Na asato vidyate bhavaha. Because of the impressions got through the unreality of the world, even those who know the meaning of the Vedanta, they are not getting established in non-duality. That is the next topic. Because of the impressions, Kasaya, got through the unreal world in so many previous lives, even those who know the meaning of Vedanta, they are not getting established in non-duality. Tasmat, that he is going to explain. This we will do tomorrow morning. Today we heard that it is the sannyasa celebrating day of Swami Sivananda. He took from his guru, not from this Vishnudevanandi, the other guru, some other name. He gave sannyasa on 1st June. So they have sent many photos that they are worshipping the samadhi of